Should artists be afraid of AI? I am an artist in a lot of different senses. I make comic books, I make novels, and I also have dabbled in music in my time, from amateur to professional level on all three of those different circuits. I also do journalism, so it's like, okay, should I be afraid that this is going to take my job? And I kind of don't think so. For me, it's a force multiplier. I can do a lot more than I ever could before when I'm, of course, just making this type of stuff. Now, some people are very, very scared about it, and there's a gossip column that's talking about this, which we'll get into in just a moment. So please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here as we talk about all things AI, good and bad, and we debate what's going on. There's a lot of ethics concerns. There's a lot of, how is this going to impact society concerns? How is this going to impact artist concerns? And at the same time, it's a lot of fun to use, and it also really helps you flex your creativity if you know what you're doing in this regard as well. So let's check this out and what's being said today over on AI Central. Great Substack. If you don't follow this, I write here as well, and I appreciate you guys on Substack who do read. The blind item from a gossip site is the real reason musicians should be terrified of AI music. This one named singer, A-list producer, songwriter doesn't want to work with real artists any longer. He says he makes more money and has way fewer hassles just creating AI artists. I would guess this A-list producer, is the writer here, is most likely Timbaland, who is the vanguard of professional music producers embracing Suno. Although one named singer would tend to point at Pharrell. But whoever he may be, he's absolutely not wrong, because the people that blather on about AI slop and how AI-generated music is lifeless and lacks soul, they have no idea how much of an absolute near impossibility it is to get human musicians to do anything at all, much less get them to actually record anything that's halfway decent. Now, I'll stop right here, and I'll kind of give some stories of like where I've had to deal with this in the past. I was just trying to, of course, get a band going right outside of college. I did end up with a recording, and I did end up selling a song to MTV's Real World with that band back in the day. But I pretty much had to replace like every musician in it from when I was playing with them live to when I was playing with people in the recording, because it's just hard to get people on things. And actually to record things properly and to get things on timing and everything perfect the way that you want it, it takes a lot of work. It's like it's more work than like regular work. And people don't realize this, so they don't like it. And I first encountered having problems with musicians because when I was starting to practice with people, I was like, okay, we're going to not just practice and play this, but you don't understand how much you're rushing, drummer, and how much our timing's rushing and all that. We're going to play with a click track while we practice. And they're like, what? And so I got this little click machine that I'd run through our PA system while we practice that would just go bap, 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 bap in time. And they hated it. They didn't want to practice with it. And it's like, yeah, it's not as fun to practice with it, but the thing is, the end result is you actually get something that's professional and better out of it, and that's why you have to do that. And of course, the more that you have to do to make things more professional, the more people are going to balk at it, and this is absolutely the case. I have the same problem with comic book artists, just getting them to stick to schedules, getting them to actually get things done on time. So a lot of artists do have struggles in actually getting things done, and this is a thing that AI is actually fixing, because it's going to knock it out in 30 seconds, whether you like it or not, which is great. And sometimes it doesn't do a great job and you have to reiterate things or edit things and do a lot of human work on things, but you end up with a better result in art a lot of times than you do with human artists. It's already there. It's not something that's going to be in the future, which is really interesting to talk about on that level. Now, remember, the so-called artists don't even do much anymore. It's the producers who write and record most of professional music published by the record industry. This has been the case for at least 20 years. Rick Beato openly talked about how studio musicians quite regularly stand in for instrumentalists from various bands. It's happened again forever, who have about as much to do with the writing and recording of their music as you or I do. So if producers are embracing AI already, rest assured it's not only here to stay, it will replace human musicians everywhere but the stage. And don't worry, you'll be able to watch good-looking young men and women faking it and pretending to play their instruments, thereby providing all the life and soul you think makes music worth listening to. That's pretty funny right there, as most pop music, as we know, doesn't have any music, and they don't even sing at all. It's been fake for a long, long time. So why is AI any different? The average music listener has no idea how hard it is to get a guitarist to produce a catchy riff or a drummer to even show up in the first place. I would say bassists are the worst in that level. So for the average producer, it is the ability to quickly, easily turn his idea into something like this. In this case, a high-energy pop rock song, which he has, without having to depend upon anyone else, is going to be tremendous appeal, no matter how much success he has with human musicians. So yeah, it's a bummer, but I still always recommend people learn your craft first. It's so important. As a writer or whatever, I of course know how to write stories. That's why my AI stories turn out well. As a musician and as a lyricist, I've written tons, and of course that's why my AI music turns out pretty well. You do get what you give, and it is not just something that replaces work. It just changes what work you're doing if you want to do things right and if you want to get things really, really good. Interesting stuff right there. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that it's a scary thing for artists, or do you think it's a good thing? Love to hear from you. Leave a comment down below, and please hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.